Okay guys, this is the one I've been waiting for. Number 2, I'm come back. This literally is the reason, well combined with my dwindling power powder stash. But full confession, I was never able to get I'm come back with 8 offensive statues. Every single one of these guys in the top 10, I can confirm I've taken them all down. Uh, I've got videos on maybe 5 or 6 of them. There's a couple guys I don't have the video, but I hope you guys will just trust and believe I have. If you actually look at my first video where I take down number 1, either Q number 4 or TZ number 5, you can see in my attack log that I did take him down. But I hope you guys believe. I'm sure you guys do. But yeah, just know I finally got I'm come back here. Now I'm gonna make this one a little bit different, guys. As you can see there, I did have an attack. I took a hit, or I took a run at Curtain's base. That's the guy who has the 9i7 boosted. And that was a defeat. I'm actually going to, for the first time, I'm going to show what a loss looks like. Because you guys are seeing the difference I'm having with 2 extra offensive statues. The difference between 8 and 10. Well, the difference between having 7 and 9 boosted. I want to show you guys that as well. Because it's pretty stark. So here's I'm come back. I did lose. I lost more tanks against this guy than I did against global number 1. So as I said in the previous video, I was going to target these 2 boom cannons. I was hoping and praying I could get away with two barrage, 2 artillery apiece, and I did. Going to deploy on the left. Have the troops move up. Again, just first time. Shows you the difference, guys. I have literally failed this base countless times with 8 offensive. And this exact same troop combo, too. Tried RZCM just once, and it was such an annihilation. I was like, well, I'm never doing that again. Tried to do the smoky Zuka up here in the corner on this guy once, and there's the building damage is just too high. But yeah, with 10 offensive, well, maybe with 10 offensive it would work now, but I've gotten so comfortable with this TRM that it just seems to work. So as soon as that cannon dropped, we flare over to the corner. I'm proportionately low on GBE, so I'm a little bit. This is a slightly different attack than you'd normally see me take. I want to say at this point I'm actually only in the 20-something on the GBE. And you know I'm always counting how many shocks I'm going to need. I'm going to need probably 2 as I approach this guy. I'm thinking a 3rd shock to get these 2, and then 2 at the end there. So I'm thinking to myself 5 shocks, and what's that going to cost me in GBE? Which is why now I do spend some critters there just so that this cannon will turn. But after that, you're going to see I do not shock this shock launcher for a long time. It shocks my tanks several times, but I wanted them to spread out. I also wanted them to just get closer, mow down more defenses, get more GBE, and then I have a pretty good internal clock of where that boom cannon's range is. And you see I threw the shock just before these tanks entered that boom cannon range. I'm now going to shock those 2. In hindsight, I probably could have shocked these 2, but I didn't. Now, decision time, I actually throw a box of critters right between these 2 boom mines. Was that the best choice? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I think I have enough GBE. 1 final shock, and something I do not often, but I do it this time. I flare the HQ, because as soon as that runs out, even though I still have a dozen tanks left at this point, if that shock launcher were to start freezing tanks, then that boom cannon would start picking them off. And I would have, I mean, it was, 10 offensive, this one was going to go down. But waiting so long to get that guy, and yeah, it took me 10 offensive, but hey, he went down. I'm not going to make apologies for that. Now, I want to show you guys this one too, just so that I'm not like, oh, I walk on water or anything. There you can see it, unsuccessful attack, and we'll see why. You guys will see the difference that all this ice makes. So here goes two barrage, 3 artillery, still didn't take it down, a 4th artillery. And so now at this point, I'm like, well, I better just drop troops because I don't have any GBE to start trying to take down other things. So troops go down on the right side. Now I'm trying to take down this cannon. And again, guys, I'm always thinking, what do I need to get out of my way to make this approach when I come down through these defenses? And it's this cannon. I want him out of the way because I'm going to be concerned with these two on this side, and I don't want this guy sniping me from the side. Now the problem is I'm burning, so he has, again, 194% health. And I'm continuing to throw artilleries on this boom cannon, while all the while paying attention to this one. And there goes some critters to get that guy to turn. Didn't turn right away. Ended up probably taking down another tank here. In fact, I don't think he ever turned, did he? And then the shock freezes those right in front of him. Yeah, guys, it just 10 offensive, but as you can see, guys, every boosted statue makes a difference. So yeah, did I relatively roll through players number 1, 2, and 6 tonight? I sure did. Did I absolutely, as you'll see here, did I get my hat handed to me with, again, 9 ice, 7 boosted? As you'll see by the end, it's just too much. Too much building health. Taking way too long to get this stuff. The other thing you'll see right towards the end is I barely even make it to the HQ because instead of just kind of mowing through stuff, it just takes every single building needs that many extra shots to go through it. And see, at this point, yeah, I probably got about a dozen tanks, and I'm right on the edge of thinking, well, am I going to be able to pull this off or not? And I'm already thinking that I'm probably going to run out of time on this one. Wasn't sure if I was going to lose all my troops, which, as you guys saw from the thumbnail, I did. But, you know, tanks are a slow-moving troop. And, yeah, I mean, great base layout. Because here's the other thing. I'm concerned with these two guys, but this guy over here is going to make his presence known as well. And so at this point, if you look at the tanks, super lot of red. Throw that shock. And at this point, my tanks are so low, I pretty much know that this one is not going to go down. I'll be dead honest, guys. I wasn't going to attack this guy, but I'm Come Back was actually online, and I kept hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. I wasn't going to refresh him, even if during this boost session he would have been online until my boost expired. I just would have let him sit there, because like I said, that was my one guy in the top 10 I didn't want to, or I hadn't taken down yet. That and the fact that, you know, there is a 2 crystal bounty for the number 2 player. So I failed this one. I didn't even waste time retreating. And then as soon as I saw that it appeared, I'm Come Back was offline, I diamond finished my troops and went for it. So there you see the difference, guys. In the same video that I relatively rolled through the number 2 player in the world with 7 boosted ice, you can see just the difference that those extra 2 statues can make. You can kind of see that I didn't even make the HQ, and even if I had, I might have run out of time. So again, I am not the skill master of the Boom Beach universe by any means. And yeah, massive ice beats massive offense, apparently, or at least at my skill level it does. Anyway, so that was kind of the good and the bad in one video there. So Spartans Elite, hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'm out.